Konami Studios. Homesick Pilots, issue number 4. This is still a gorgeous, fascinating book. Going to a lot of weird places, man. Like every issue, I'm like, what are you doing here? But I don't hate it. This time around, some of the art looked a little more rushed than I'm used to seeing from this book. The characters were fun. The writing was a little bit more obvious at times. I don't know if obvious is the right word, but it's the one I could think of when I'm like, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing here. That's cool. So we open up this book. There's like this guy watching a bunch of monitors all around him. He's tapping on them like, "Sir, we finally found a ghost, Santa Manos. We have to go there now and find it." And we see that Amy is leaving as she's attacked by like the weird videotape thing. It's trying to kill her. She thinks she's like got control of it and defeated it by trapping it in like a VHS, but she's like, "I got this. Everything's fine. Everything's under control." It suddenly spirals out of there. It's grabbing onto a bunch of stuff to like recreate itself, and it does, destroying a bunch of the stuff in the area around her. It knocks her down. She loses a part of her power, and she's like, "Okay, something good is not happening right now." We cut back to Buzz, who is still in like that weird monster state. He's like, "What is going on? What is happening to me? Who is you? What is going on?" He's running out of the room, just jumping away as like the other ghosts are watching him fly away. He's like jumping through the city. For some reason, I got some Ben 10 vibes for some reason. I don't know why. I've never even watched Ben 10. I was just like, this is probably what Ben 10 was like, is what I was just thinking. So he like jumps down. He's like, "Oh, I'm good." But you see like inside this weird suit he's wearing, he's actually like in there. So it's a suit. Like he's wearing like a suit of armor. He's watching the people. And you're like, that's kind of fun. Is it? Probably. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool to see. Like the artwork at times, like I said, it looks kind of rushed. Like we see a lot more of just like the blankness of it instead of like the detail and the prestigious. The colors really help it pop, though, I will say. The colors add that extra detail. We see that the VHS tape is destroying Amy, and Buzz finally sees it, so he's like, "Oh shit, there's Amy? She's been alive this whole time?" So he goes down to attack the thing. They get into a fight. He thinks he's destroyed it, but this is kind of like the moment where I'm like, okay, the art looks kind of rushed. And maybe it's just the design of like the suit of armor that Buzz is wearing, where it's like just kind of like bulky and doesn't need any detail, but it just doesn't have any like distinctive style to it. It's just like a thing. Just big and bulky and not really anything. So he's like, "You can't regroup." Oh, it's regrouping. So it comes up and we see that the ghost that gave him the suit's like, "It looks like you're not so lucky. You should leave like right now." He's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here." So he's trying to run away. He captures Amy. They bolt out of the room. Like there's a bunch of people just like watching them. So now like everything's kind of shattering apart now. Everybody knows that there's some ghosts nearby. Things are going bad. It's not looking great. So, you know, they get out of the area. Buzz does manage to like take off the helmet so he can see her, and they're like, "Oh my god, Buzz, Amy, you're not dead. Like, you came to find me?" "Yeah, of course I came to find you. I was looking every day. I tried to find you every day. I came looking apart, but you weren't there." And he's like, "That house, man, it killed the nuclear bastards." And for some reason, Amy's like, "No, the house wouldn't do that. I know the house wouldn't do that. I'm trying to help the people inside." And we see that the weird horseshoe ghost is probably old James, the one that knew the story about and like what happened to the house and why it's like haunted and mysterious. And Amy could see him as like, I've been trying to help you. Why is Buzz here? Like, are they dead? Why are they dead? Like, you made a promise to me that no one else would get hurt, and like you killed them. Like, what is wrong with you?" And as they're doing that, like some weird people appear. There's like the people we saw at the beginning who were tapping the screens. They got like weird Teletubby chests. They're showing up just like ready to attack, and it looks pretty cool. Like I like the idea of having like the TV screen like have the glare that's filling in like the surrounding darkness. That looks cool to me. So the old James ghost kind of like takes Amy and shoots her away, but they leave Buzz behind to be attacked by these people. So they knock him out. They kind of have possession of him. So like, what do we do with him? He doesn't have any ghosts in him. But he's like, "He did though," which means we're getting closer to finding those pesky ghosts. And you're like, okay, that's really weird, but I'm in support of it. Who are these Teletubby motherfuckers, and what are they doing here? Is all I want to know, and what's going on there. So back at the house, we see Amy and old James are like, "Why did you do this to me? Like, I've been helping you guys all this time, and you just left Buzz there to die. Or be kidnapped, or whatever is going on over there. You guys just left him there? You could have done something to help him, to bring him back, but you just left him there. Now I'm pissed off at you guys." So we see that old James is like controlling her, and the house is attacking her, and she's using all of her strength to wipe it away and defeat the house. So she like kind of like breaks it, and as she breaks the house down, We see like the rat, like everything inside the house. That was the ghosts. We see the actual like skeletons and bodies, and she's surrounded by blood and destruction and all this chaos inside this house. We get a nice shot of the entire house, all the destruction, all the dead people around it. This is where the art is looking really nice. I'm like, that's some good detail. You're just like, the way the colors work. The colors in this book are phenomenal. Just absolutely gorgeous. They just work so well. So nice to see. So I like that a lot. And Amy's just kind of like crawling out of the darkness. She's like trying to escape, covered in blood, getting her way through it. And then she runs away and she's trying to find Buzz. And looks like we got some weird paranormal investigators trying to take Buzz down. And that's looking pretty cool. A good book. I don't have much else to say on it. It's been consistently fun. It's got some cool styles for the characters. Like, all the ghosts look unique and distinctive, which I think is a very cool thing to see. The colors are fantastic. The punk rock feel continues to impress me. It's just a fun little book that I'm gonna just recommend to everybody because it's off the beaten path when you're like talking about comics right now, where everything's like this big thing. This one's like, yeah, let's go to the 90s, tell a weird paranormal story about this like wannabe punk band, a lot of weird ghosts and like Teletubby stomach people and, you know, wearing giant Ben 10 suits. It's pretty cool. It's kind of fun. I think a lot of people will dig it, and if you don't have to read it, but it's got a distinctive look, a distinctive style, and it's going to make you smile at least, so that's pretty cool, man. Pretty fun book. I like it. So, Homesick Pilots, issue number 4, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.